Okay, hello everyone. So this is another Reincarnation 7 run that has been started sort of offline and off recording, and I decided because it's managed to kill the Leviathan, I'd record the rest of it and show you how it went. This is a Foundry only run, so the purpose of this run, this weapon isn't being used. It is here purely to scale up the Foundry, using the having only one weapon. The Foundry takes its level off the lowest, and so we scale this up for that purpose. I have done Foundry only runs on Reincarnation 7. I do it all the time, but I've only completed it on the Tiger and the Rabbit prior. So this is the furthest I've gone on the cat. So in the interest of full disclosure, getting the crazy OP remnant for this cat is not useful in a Foundry only run, just because the like for example on the Tiger, it's a really good effect for the Tiger even on Foundry only, whereas on the cat elemental buff, it doesn't really do anything. So in the interest of full disclosure, I did quit and restart the run because I didn't like the offering of scrolls the offering of remnants that I was given, and in the end I just fucking took jackpot. So it wasn't really I think these aren't playing into it, and I don't think restarting the run to get one of them mattered. I didn't save and quit to get this. I just saw it and thought, fuck it, that'll be fine. And then to get you up to speed on the run so far, Spirit Feline is probably doing the most of the carrying. Means that we can take 7 hits before we die, basically. While recovering from those 7 hits, we're using enhanced gold metal, and it's on skill use shield restoring properties. That's those two are probably what's keeping this run afloat. This, I probably don't even jump enough to get any use of this. I just bought it just cause. All remaining cooldowns 1 second on hit. It's probably not doing a great deal. Hawkeye Sight, I am going for headshots, but I don't know if it's actually ultimately, because the Foundry's kind of inaccurate, this might actually be more hindrance than benefit, but not sure. And this is basically our damage, is we managed to get all 3 loops. I think I got this one really early. This was in Longing Tomb, like first scroll, I think, was actually this one. I've since, it's out of order because I've dropped it and picked it up again. And then we got Realm of Corrosion, so we had Miasma going for a while, and then from whatever his name is, fucking, who's the first boss? Not the Golem, the other one. Whatever his name is, we got this one. So yeah, for the whole of the desert, this has been basically our damage, and it is forcing me to more or less hang near the enemies and just try and rely on this, and this to sort of dodge around and keep our health up. This I only recently got. I don't know if it's doing much, but it's there. Because we've got scrolls, I did just take this. We got this from the what's his fucking name? This guy. You'd think I'd know this after fucking... I've played 200 hours of this game. Kill me. Whatever his name is. Anyway. Evil Banishing Talisman. Haven't had the chance to use that. This is probably doing nothing. This is probably doing nothing. This is maybe occasionally doing something. And this is definitely doing nothing. I actually bought this, but I'll probably sell it. And this will be good. Maybe. So that's basically us up to speed. Oh, and the Ascensions, they're basically shit. We've got a lot of grenade stuff, which I love Hex Smoke, but the rest I could do without. I would have preferred much more from this tree. And even I would have loved some things from this tree. Because these grenade ones aren't really doing anything. But you get what you're given, right? So anyway, we'll see how this run goes. It'll probably die immediately now that I've taken the time to start recording and all the rest of it. But, whatever. Yeah, so fingers crossed. See how it goes. So yeah, so you can see there the miasma procs, and once the lightning is applied, getting a grenade on the enemy so that it constantly ticks for corrosion, I believe is what is scaling up, because I think that's how it works. If you want miasma to sort of tick up, you can just throw a grenade under them, and I think that, yeah, 3, 4, yeah, every tick it applies another stack of miasma. So I suppose we could probably do 90% of what we're doing already with just the electric scroll, but it is very helpful having melees, so that, you know, as a bit of CC, because I don't know, it wouldn't take too many hits from enemies to you know, hit us. Like I said, you know, you only have 7 hits with Spirit Feline, so it's crazy strong, but it's also, you know, you need to not be, you know, trying to cheese it. It can only get you so far, I guess. That being said, with the scroll that's giving us shields back, what's it called? Gold medal. With gold medal, we're a lot more survivable with Spirit Feline, so yeah, not entirely sure how tryhard I need to be in this run. It's kind of funny in this game how... Oh, I forgot to take my blessing. Well, that's unfortunate. I forgot to take my... Are they called blessings or remnants? These are remnants, aren't they? Whatever it's called, I didn't take it. Yeah, so you can see what our damage is like when we're not applying the status effects with that, with the rings. And then once we do get the rings on and some grenades, miasma basically does everything. Admittedly, for the bosses, it's crazy endurance fights. Like the fucking what the fuck is the Leviathan called? Like, I know, this is the thing. I know its name. It's just escaped me. Because, like, I know the name and I think it's cool. But it's gone. It's gone from my mind. Oh, well. But yeah, that fight took a long fucking time. It was very tedious. Which is always the case with Foundry runs. Like, everything takes a long time. That's just how it is. But what sort of damage are we doing? 600. 600 times 4.5, though. It's so bad. Yeah, I think that might be why I like the Tiger the most for these runs, even though I think the Tiger is ultimately the worst character for these runs. Just the fact that you have this ability that can empower your shots, even if it's just for one shot, like it feels better. And I'm pretty much convinced if I didn't have the rings, this run just, it doesn't work. Basically, it's just only defensive. So it really is those rings sort of carrying this run. The old just stand behind a rock until your rings proc trick. Did he die? He died. Yeah, so it's very much sort of just get in the enemy's face, use you scroll. Like, admittedly, I don't have a lot of runs like this, so it is kind of cool to have something a little bit different. But yeah, yeah. All right, sorry about that. Just had to stop and start the recording. Just had to make sure that my... long story. You don't need to know, and you probably don't care. Anyway, back to the tedium that is this run. Why I thought that you guys would want to see a run where it's just like hang around near the enemies. And like, I don't even know why I'm shooting. Like, I'm convinced that shooting is doing less than fucking... You know, I might as well just run around. You know? I don't know. I guess it's something... Yeah, like these enemies, I guess I can kill eventually. They're so... It's just so bad. But yeah. And the funny thing is, like, it is very possible to get a Foundry run that, like, that doesn't stink. Ooh. And I probably shouldn't make this run out to seem boring. Like, quite genuinely, especially on the desert when I was getting rushed by the big flamethrower guys. yeah, it was ridiculous. Like, there were some fucking sketchy moments where I was like, you know, because they, you know, I feel like the Annihilation Monks are going to be the problem. Like, in the same way that the Flamethrower guys, like, hit multiple times and chew through Spirit Feline, the Annihilation Monks are going to maybe be an issue for me. But yeah, there's definitely been some sketchy moments in the run so far, which you guys didn't get to see because I'm a scumbag. So sorry about that. Fucking hell, the re-tentacling. Ah, where did you guys come from? Always want to be keeping an eye on the radar at in the old Reincarnation 7. Radar is yeah, very much one of your friends, one of your few friends. See, 10,000 damage though per headshot. That's actually pretty good. Like, you know, it's a Foundry. That's you know, you gotta be understanding about what you expect from this little boy, because it's you know, it's doing its best. Just proc. Just hit him with the rings. Just hit him. Thank you, with the rings. And now we really need to get a grenade on him. Just stay in the nade. Just stay. He takes so little damage. It's disgusting. Can I get up here? Oh, nearly. Oh, do you reckon if you had like triple dash, you could do that? I've been really like pleasantly surprised by the amount of places you can actually get. Like the amount of times like a scroll or something will drop like up here or whatever, and you're like, oh no, it's out of bounds. But then you can actually like, you know, find. Obviously, that's pretty obvious, but you know, on a different stage, you can find where you need to go, and you can actually get that scroll, which is yeah, it's good. It's Gucci. All right, here we go. This is gonna be the one. This is the one. This is the one where we get the ascension that we need. It actually was. How good? Yeah, nice. How good? Birdo. Birdo is probably the next one to do the Foundry only challenge with. I loathe the dog in general, let alone Foundry only. Considering I feel like his kit is the worst suited for this. That's a weird portal. I've never seen one there. Or vault, rather. Like, I call everything in this game the wrong thing, and it's really upsetting to me. Or I just don't know the name. Yeah. But yeah, the dog is gonna fucking suck. I can't help but feel that this run has been invalidated by Spirit Feline. That being said, like, I'm not convinced that, like, if I just dropped Spirit Feline right now, I'm not convinced the run would just be over. Like, I reckon I could probably still survive fairly well. I think it's just that it's saved me in a few key moments, and so I think it's crucially important. But at the same time, it's like, everyone knows it's OP, so maybe it... That was a nice Scorching Rounds. It pained me to hurt that one. Scorching Rounds is one of my favorite guns. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's got a reputation for a reason. Yeah, so, you know, maybe it is carrying. The elites have been a bit of an issue now that I'm walking into this one. Sorry, let me rephrase. The elites haven't been an issue. There was an elite that was an issue. I can't remember what his name is. It's like Qing Yang or Qing Ying, something like that. The lizard, like the damage check lizard, or the crystal lizard, did not kill him, and that was with all three of the ring scrolls. It wasn't no hope. Like, we got pretty close, but yeah, definitely not close enough. Gotta remember that we get... Which fucking elite is this? I can't even see. No, don't... What? I don't even know how to fight these guys. They normally just melt. Normally your run is so well built by this stage that... they just fucking evaporate. I mean, they kind of... They kind of did anyway, but... I think you know what I'm getting at. That's okay. It's nothing special. It's good. Sorry, it's not nothing. It's not nothing special. It's just that given the particular run that we have, it's nothing special. That would get me killed. That is kind of useless. Although, lets me shoot longer. I've also got increased rate of fire on like this one, wildfire. But I feel like this has to be the one. We're also like fucked if we lose our shield. So, yeah, it's hard for us to lose our shield. Basically, everything we have brings it back, but we definitely take a lot more damage if we do lose it. So that's something to be really afraid of. Okay, we did that. 5,000 to etch this thing. Yeah, this is the shit that I'm worried about. Because, like, enemies like this, I don't want to be getting near. And I kind of have to give him the hugs. In order to... I mean, once you give him the hugs, though, he dies quick. Please fuck off. We can take this. We have curse immunity. Huh! Let's just run past. I mean, we've got Spirit Feline. We should. I don't really want to abuse it, but linear fucking rooms with big enemies in them. Not cool. Uh-oh. Oh. Thank you, Spirit Feline. I'll never say it wasn't you. Yes, you are carrying. It's all you, baby. Don't leave me, please. I was looking for loot, and I may have ignored these guys. Okay, I think we're good. We should be able to deal with this guy in short order. We're going that way. I thought I saw a second red chest, but I must be tripping. I thought I saw that one and another one in there, but... I guess I am indeed tripping. Alright. Yeah, so... Not super concerned about rooms. I think if this run's gonna die... That said, Spirit Feline is better on the bosses. Because, you know, their attacks are more broken up. If I can get through the next... like, I'm not concerned about this room. And I'm not concerned about the boss fight. But I reckon it'll be the Annihilation Monks on the beach stage. That's where I think the run... That's like the last test. If we can do that, I think we're good. Obviously, don't want to speak too soon because that's a very Reese maneuver. And that always... leads to death. Man, miasma's strong. I'm assuming that's miasma. It has to be, right? Because, like, the loops don't do much, so... And Malaise doesn't do any damage. The loops don't do much. It's, I guess, a combination of burn and miasma. Because the explosion's going to be weak as shit. Because the hit that's proccing the explosion is weak as shit. Or the hit that procs the explosion is just the loop firing itself. Like the loop itself going off. Which I don't think is that strong. I think it's like 400? 600? These guys. Can we talk about what you're doing? 'Cause I'd like it if you were dead. And you don't seem to agree. Yeah, you know, now, the more I think about it, like I've done Reincarnation 7 runs with the Tiger that don't have fucking Spirit Feline, and I am much more stressed in those runs. So maybe it is Spirit Feline that's carrying. Which is a shame, because I hate it when like a really hard run I just feel like I've been given it for free, sort of thing, and that, you know, that it doesn't count. But at the same time, I'm not just going to throw it away, so. Alrighty. I don't think I saw any portals or anything. I think it's just this bad boy. Yeah, boy. I mean, I'm not that fussed about this because, like, most of my time just ends up spent reloading, and my weapon's weak anyway. But the other two are really... Like, fire damage is nothing for me because I can't deal it, except for the ring. And, yeah, slightly better AoE on my ult is... yeah, I don't think it's that important. I'm playing this very wrong. We need to be looking for Annihilation Monks coming down the pipe, if you know what I mean. We should not be fighting without... Yeah, there, see? That's a Corruption Monk. There you go. Was that the Annihilation Monk dying, or was that a different one? Yeah, very much need to be focusing on sort of what's coming at us, not the enemies directly around us, because Annihilation Monk will ruin my shit. Defensive robust? Why is there always a defensive robust lobster? Look at this guy. Miasma, please! It's already dead. Miasma's obscene, what the fuck? That's, yeah. Miasma is certainly something. I so frequently sort of vacillate. Is that a word? Does that word mean what I think it means? Like, sort of like, not quite alternating. I'm gonna Google that later. Anyway, I often like flip-flop between which of the three fusion effects I think is the strongest. And I used to hate Malaise just because it didn't do any damage, and I thought, well, that's trash. And then I realized that it's as defensive, like, it's as powerful defensively as the others are powerful offensively, at least. Like, an enemy affected by it is literally not going to attack you. So it's you know, pure defense. And so, like, I really came around to it. And then I was also thinking, you know, Miasma's good, but it doesn't apply to bosses at the same rate. Like, it's a much lower rate. I think it's 0.04 per stack, which, you know, that's quite small. And so I always used to think, oh, it's not very good then. But now on the higher reincarnation difficulties, like, it sort of, even if it doesn't apply to bosses, it does such good work versus the normal enemies that maybe it is better than Explosions. And Explosions is just, like, I think Explosions is the most pure of the status effects. Like, it's just a big multiplier. So it's like, if your guns are doing big damage, it's doing 3 times big damage. And if your guns are bad, it's bad. Whereas the other ones are sort of, like, situationally, like, oh, it's better in this case, it's worse in this case. Well, I mean, that's sort of what I said for the... Like, not better in different cases relative to your power. The other things are better in different scenarios, maybe is a better way to put it. Whereas Explosion seems like it's better or worse, dependent on how you are doing. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Sorry. So pleasing. Also, anyone else aggravated by the fact that you can't cancel a grenade throw? I only just realized that today. The cancel charged weapon button doesn't do anything for the grenade throw. Which I think is a travesty. Bum, 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 bum. Can I have the fucking elite now, please? Yes, okay. I'm kind of afraid, and I don't know why. There was a small moment of panic there, and I'm not sure what summoned it within me. I was like, oh, this doesn't feel right at all. Maybe it was residual panic over what a run should normally feel in moments like this. This guy's gonna fucking destroy... Wait, what? He is not doing it nearly as much as I expected. I expected Spirit Feline to be pumping his damage up high enough that he just fucking destroys me, but we are looking fine. I mean, we are weak as shit, of course. Which means killing him may take an age, but it looks like we tank enough damage. Okay, you guys need to die. We need to hang over here for a bit. It's so bad. Yeah, that's very respectable defense. I'm happy about that. Actually, is it you that's giving me so much drama? I feel like everything is horrible and I don't know which enemy is responsible. He will bear the brunt. It is nice every time I throw a grenade to be getting max shields as well. It's kind of unfortunate. I need to well, I suppose it's not unfortunate. I just need to remember to hang close to this guy when he hasn't teleported at me. Whoa. So, it feels like something wore... Like, does his damage ramp up? Can't be that. Because it was like very little damage, and it sort of like ramped up right at the end. Wait, hey. How does he get his health back? Does he steal health? Is this a fight we cannot win? So we got to save our grenade for the second he teleports at us. Sorry, ult. Otherwise, he just heals back up. Okay, that's cool. It's interesting that that's like a dynamic that you have to play around. Kind of like that. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You going to teleport at me? Nerd. Cool. I learn new ways of dealing with things, or like new sort of little features of the game all the time in this game. It's so good. Like 200 hours and you're still learning? Like, that's some Noita level shit. So cold. So cold. Alrighty. This does work on the Foundry. It's actually can you resist movement speed? I don't think you can. Against the flow is okay, but it just adds a bit of damage to the... Or adds a few rounds to the mag every now and again. It's not... it doesn't have a downside when you're using the Foundry, which is nice, but that's about it. What's the challenge event? It's a trash one. Come on, rings. Fear my ring. Phrasing. I think we're already immune to the slow effect because of the remnant we took, but I mean, I'll take this. Hate to step into some form of... Are there even traps on these later stages? Like, Longing Tomb has traps, but... What are traps in, like, this zone? Again, I'm doing that thing where I'm zoning out and I'm not looking for Annihilation Monks. That said, we did just fight the elite monk, and it didn't have anything to threaten us, so we should be good. And see, that isn't Spirit Feline carrying us. Like, that was obviously something else. I think that would have been Deflection Shield, which is what nullified its damage so much. Obviously, being able to CC him at the right time was relevant. And the Hex Grenade is probably doing a bit. Hey, buddy! But yeah, I'd be willing to say that's probably Deflection Shield doing work on the Annihilation Monks in particular. It's hard. Stop with the heals! With the. But yes, it's hard to say if the Annihilation Monks would stomp us without that. Oh my god, you must die. Thank you. That's a fucking... I mean, it is the theme on a Foundry run, but like sometimes you're just like, even with the Foundry, you're not dying when you really should. Oof. Oof. Do you take it? It's a 15% weapon damage reduction, but no reload. I mean... Oof. When you're in shot... This is basically just, I take 10% more damage. Because we don't really do lightning damage. It's just on the aura we have. So, unfortunately, I don't think we take that. As much as I am almost, like, obsessed with taking every scroll. Like, I basically just never don't take scrolls. Like, almost everything is fine. But, yeah, I think that one might actually just be... useless. Oh, no reloads. Feels good. Please fuck off, though. Have I dropped my damage down so low that I can't kill them now? They heal so quick. Thank you for dying. Oh my god, too many enemies! But yeah, so it doesn't feel right. Like, this feels like... I don't know. There's no stress for me right now. Like, might be amping it up a little bit for the recording. You gotta ham it up a bit, you know. But yeah, like the difficulty my reincarnation runs normally have is, you know, substantial. I would say you're normally pretty on, like you're pretty focused. And at the moment, I'm just sort of, you know, chilling out really. There's been nothing that's even got me low on health for, I don't know, a long time. We don't have any sustain. I don't even know how my health is full at the moment. It's just, yeah, it is. I mean, we've got that scroll that, whatever it's called, the one that heals the damage you've taken after you dash, but I don't even know if I'm dashing at the right times to get that effect. So, yeah. Like, stop, lobsters. More like idiots. Got him. Sorry. Come on! Fuck yeah. I mean, given the challenge event, I really should stop swapping enemies. This is like the definition of what not to do on this particular challenge event. Okay, I got a little stressed there, but that was for different reasons. Let me get up to you. Can I get all the way up? It's Daddy! No? Okay. Okay, he can't be killed. He can't be killed? Cool. Just he can't be killed the normal way. As in with the fucking rings. Hey, we ring, boys. Why'd you ring my... No! No! Why'd you ring my bell? Ring my bell. Cool. Whatever. I don't even want the gold. I don't even need the gold. Hey, gold. Oh, dear. All right. So we should be good. We got a curse chest here. We got a normal chest. The fuck was that? None of those matter. We can take this because if we got a curse scroll, it wouldn't matter. That is a true statement, right? We do. Yeah. I was like, do we actually have that? We do. And trash. I guess we take this. Now the real question is, which boss do we want? Given we've got Spirit Feline, probably we want... Well... I was going to say we want the ship, because he does single big hits. But his little corrosion pot things can can probably tick multiple times. So maybe the serpent would be better. Definitely easier for us to fight the boat because we can get close and the ring will hit all of the cannons. Crap! Is it because I said it? Is it because I said it? Does it know? It knows. Hey, look, sustain. The question is... I think we just reroll. Yeah. I still think that was the right play. Because that was okay, but I think I would have I preferred having the slot there available to whatever. So just gonna look for anything that's actively detrimental to us. This is potentially detrimental, maybe, but it's kind of strange that this one can be discarded. I was having a chat on the forums about the ability for scroll to be discarded, and for the most part, it's mostly consistent, but there are some scrolls that sort of have a negative effect that, or to prevent the breaking of a mechanic, it doesn't allow you to discard it, and this one has the same thing. So when the second your shield breaks, you could just open the menu and throw this scroll away, which is the same sort of cheese that they implemented the can't discard this scroll thing for on other scrolls. So it's kind of strange that it's not on that one. But there's a lack of consistency across most of that particular sort of problem anyway. I should have gone back and bought grenades actually before starting the fight, but oh well. Here we go. Yeah, I definitely think the boat would have been better. This is probably going to take forever. Hey, baby. Ow, he fucking hit me? Good job. I guess I'm just slow. Oh, look at the health. Oh, it's not good. It's not good at all. And we're out of fucking grenades. Already. At least he's doing the good attack. I'm not phenomenal at avoiding his second stage. So, yeah. Gonna have to hope that doesn't fuck me. I'm hoping if maybe I get close enough, the fucking rings will proc. Just maybe one time? Oh, this is gonna take so fucking long. What are we at? We're at, well, I mean, I suppose I can just put a little note in the video for how long it ultimately took, but like, we're at an hour 17 here. At least he's doing this attack a lot. That's really nice. Dun 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 dun. You wouldn't fucking tag team me, would you, boys? Just rude, really. I don't know if there's any benefit to me using my orb. Doesn't do anything for that. None of these Q off it. I get stuff back with this. And that's probably it. So if I need shields desperately and my other stuff's on cooldown, I can use that. So actually I shouldn't be using it. It's just another moment that I'm not shooting. And I should always be shooting actually, because you generate grenades, I think, when you waste ammo. Actually, oh, that's interesting. Look at that. There's an interaction I didn't know about. So we're not generating grenades right now because we're not consuming ammo. We have infinite pool and our magazine is not being taken from. So if I drop this, we should, yeah, see? Interesting. I don't know which is better ultimately, to be generating. I think to be generating grenades is probably worthwhile. So, sorry, I should be firing always. But it's not force of habit of me to always be shooting when it probably should be, just because this effect is always relevant. But yeah, when you consume ammo using this, like we're like not even a quarter. This is fucking disgusting. You wouldn't come and give me hugs, would you? Well, I guess that's a quarter. That's probably why he's changed his attacks. Like he's now incorporating the Oh, Jesus! Wasn't expecting that. Why he's incorporated the tentacles. I don't know if it's worth managing the fight or just shooting the boss. Like if I should stay on top of the tentacles or not. Phrasing. Oh, I dashed the wrong way. Like I said, in this fight, I don't know if it's going to matter. We get back to full shield so quickly that I don't know if we can die. At least, maybe not in this phase. Like maybe when he starts doing the quad, like, is it quad? The multi-strike, whatever that is. After I think it's halfway. But yeah, I don't even know if I should be managing the fight and killing these guys. I feel like I should maybe just stay near them and let the I shouldn't have jumped in the wrong time there. And let the rings do it. Admittedly, yeah, maybe I should. This may actually pose more of a threat than I thought. Now that there's like multiple tentacles. There is definite potential for them to hit me multiple times. And yeah, take away all of my Spirit Feline defensive goodies. Oops. Thank fuck you can't get knocked off this pier, hey? Like, oh, can you imagine? Oh, I've got 11 grenades now, that's nice. I jumped. Fuck you. You're not my dad. You can't tell me that I didn't jump. Yeah. Feeling like it's kind of guaranteed here. God, this is ridiculous though. Like we're not even halfway. We're not even halfway. Maybe I will stop being so convinced that this is guaranteed when the multi-hit starts happening and I start losing all of my fucking health because I get hit a bazillion times. Like maybe that's how the run ends. Surely my hubris is fucking tentacles. Whoops, wrong one. I meant to be doing a grenade at them. So I've got hex smoke, so grenade is quite important, I feel. So fucking hard to hit the tentacles too. I should probably do some testing and suss out, like, if there's a spot that you can aim that, like, yeah, maybe at their base, they... Yeah, that's probably the way to do it. Fucking, ow! Okay, let's get a little bit more hectic. Okay, the hubris is starting to show its hubrisy hue. Colors, true colors is what I was getting at. Hue, colors. See what I did there? It's comedy genius if I don't say so myself. It's kind of getting a little bit disgusting. I'm just saying, it's kind of nasty. We're doing good though on the HP, but oh, fucking the tentacles. Good lord. Pornhub would be proud. This is ridiculous. Oh, he's so tanky. And managing the fight just makes it go that much slower. Did they fucking just hit my grenade back at me? What the hell was that? Missed the old gills there. Go, what? You gonna help out old Gil? So hard to keep up with these guys. I suppose you just ignore them. It feels like it's just too big a waste of time to try and keep up with them. Like keep up with all the ads. I think I am going to try and just keep moving, keep dashing, use my rings to take care of the ads, and try and just focus on the boss. Because there have been times where there's been, you know, a room full of tentacles and we still haven't died. Like, it's been okay, so... It's kind of upsetting that... Like, I don't think I've been applying any of the rings to the actual boss himself. Just did that one because I felt like I was a bit low on HP, or low on shield. Because the other problem is I actually have to get near the enemies if I want those rings to take care of the ads. Fucking the amount of damage I'm taking just by getting hit by shit. There's no damage taken readout in the final stat screen. It'd be really cool if there was. See how tanky you were overall. Alright, we've got to be... What are we, 40,000? Yeah, we've got to be in the 3-stage multi-hit type shenaniganry area soon. Do they stop spawning the fucking tentacles in that stage? Do they just start being more aggressive with the fucking head attacks? Because that would be nice. Like, I'd be happy to put up with more of them if it meant that, yeah, I didn't have to... And this attack is obviously, you know, provided I don't get fucking destroyed by it, gives me a lot more opportunities to hit them. I don't think they've been summoning more of these guys. I'm not, I think, yeah. I think these are just residual ones, right? Oh. Once you know what to look for on that attack, it's surprisingly easy to dodge. Like once you know how it works, because like, not that I'm avoiding it perfectly here. It's just like the reason I mention it is because when I first fought this boss, like. And I've seen on the forums as well, people really struggle with that attack. And it's strange that, like, because I agree. Like, when you don't understand what's going on, this attack is so confusing. But once, like, obviously, like just then, once you understand what is expected of you, it becomes, like, super easy. Like, no big deal. But it's like, I feel like there's, you know... It's strange that it goes from so confusing to so obvious, whereas a lot of other bosses are like not as confusing to begin with, and then, you know, not as totally obvious once you realize it. But it's actually kind of like the boulder puzzles. Boulder puzzles, like you intentionally move into the path of boulders that have passed you already, is like a really good way to complete the boulder puzzles. And it's kind of like that. It's funny. You can basically just tank all of the damage. Yeah, so maybe it is Spirit Feline. A real man would drop Spirit Feline to see how well he's doing. Not me. I should have paused it and done the math on fucking whatever it is, 8 Was it 870,000? 8,704,000 health. Worked out if I do, you know, what is it, 20,000 on a shot. You know how long it's gonna take. Man, I wish I didn't have to fucking. You know what I should do when they do that attack? I should pick this up. Probably wouldn't help that much, but. It's really annoying that I have to reload in the middle of it. I'm missing out on a lot of DPS. I suppose picking that up is probably just as bad. For the... Where is that? Kill me! There it is. Accidentally dropped Spirit Feline. Ends the run. Just. A lot of the time I'm throwing these grenades not really to hit the enemies. Well, that was to hit the enemy, but just to keep my shields topped up without having to waste the dash. Oops. It's kind of like it's funny that he has this stage where it does 3 like AoE attacks one after the other. It's kind of like the first boss. And that goes from doing a single attack. Oh god, it's so wide. It's so girthy. Excuse me, and I'm so burpy. Well, I feel like it's a foregone conclusion at this point. This has been, what, 13 minutes? It's a shame that it was such a, like, no-threat fight. This really has, sort of... What's the word? That's it. I still am not convinced that, like, Spirit Feline's doing everything. Like, if I didn't have that shield regenning scroll, like, dashes wouldn't bring back my shield. So even though I have Spirit Feline, I'd probably be dead. Like, it's so hard for me to decide if this run is OP because Spirit Feline is just literally fucking broken in this game. Or if, you know, if it'd be strong regardless. Yeah, not really sure. Yeah, fucking hate having to reload in the middle of that. Getting there though. Any second now. Fuck the reloads, man. It's killing me. I mean, I can probably pick this up. I've got a while of grenades left. There's probably maybe some sitting around. Maybe not. Yeah, I should be fine. Yeah, that's the highlight of this run is finding out that interaction between Advanced Depot and the Foundry recovering skill. Like, I didn't know that, and that's really cool to know. Because I feel like that genuinely impacts whether or not I take Advanced Depot now on Foundry runs, because before now, I'd just always take it. Like, 15% damage, it's kind of negligible, and then, you know, you just, you know, deal with that and never have to reload. And it seems like it's just, you know, all in all, a totally beneficial thing. But now it's actually kind of close, especially on certain heroes, like on the rabbit. Yeah. Anyway, that's the run. It's yeah, feels weird to have completed a Reincarnation 7 Foundry only run, which is really hard challenge, but to just feel like, that was it. But I suppose you know, interesting case study into what do you calls it? The scrolls we had. Let's have a quick look at before we finish. Yeah, 60. Wow, 60 million damage. That's interesting. You can see here, these are the 2 rerolls I had to get the thing I wanted, but, well, not the thing I wanted, but 2 rerolls before I decided to just go ahead with the run. 92 minutes. It'd be interesting if I could find Reincarnation 7. I need Reincarnation 7 challenge succeeded. I don't know if it's probably a long time ago. See, this is how most of my runs go. Like, a lot of my Reincarnation 7 runs fail. Yeah, they're too long ago. They've, you know, slid off the end of the thing. I would have liked to know the damage comparison. Like 60,000, 60 million. I don't know if that's... Wait. Holy shit. My max total ever is 63 million? Holy shit. So why was this run such high damage? Huh. Yeah, because my best ever is 63. I wonder if it's because a lot of the time you get higher damage. I'm going to go on for a bit, so feel free to leave if this is boring as shit. But some of the reasons that you get high damage in a run is not because you deal high damage. That actually results in less damage sometimes. Because you complete rooms sooner. And so enemies that spawn adds have less time to summon additional adds to which you can deal damage. I'm not actually sure if over damage counts. Like if you headshot something and it's got 100 health and you do 1,000 damage, does this read 100 or 1,000? I'm not actually sure about that. That'd be cool to test actually, because that you could get a pretty easy answer to that real quick. But yeah, this is also not right. I've played 200 hours. Maybe this doesn't count the other thing I've got. I played... Yeah, see, that's still not all of it. Oh no, 208. Well, yeah, no, it's close. Steam says more, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, interesting. So now we've done a Reincarnation 7 run on the cat, the tiger, and the rabbit, which I think are the 3 that had a chance. The bird is going to be weird for a Reincarnation run. I'm not sure how he's going to go, and I think the dog's going to be shit. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, food for thought. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. I'm going to try and upload some more soon. I want to do some guides on like some advice on each hero and some advice on each of the bosses, things like that. Yeah. Anyway, so thanks for watching. I'll see you around.